The year is 1910. A new nation is born, the Union of South Africa, and its very first prime minister is Louis Botha, a Boer War general who dreamed of unity between Boers and British. Jan Smuts, a towering figure of history. He signed the peace treaties of both world wars and helped found the League of Nations, the only South African prime minister to serve two separate terms. JBM Hertzog fought for Afrikaner rights and South African independence from Britain. For 15 years, he shaped the nation's identity, until World War II forced him to resign. In 1948, D.F. Malan's shock election victory changed South Africa forever. He institutionalized apartheid, a system of racial segregation that would oppress millions for decades. Known as the Lion of the North, J.G. Strydom doubled down on apartheid policies, removing colored voters from the electoral roll and tightening racial laws across the country. Hendrik Verwoerd is called the chief architect of Grand Apartheid. He declared South Africa a republic in 1961. His reign of oppression ended abruptly. He was assassinated in Parliament in 1966. Bijo Vorster ruled with an iron fist, but the 1976 Soweto uprising, where school children were shot for protesting, shook his government. He resigned in scandal just 2 years later. P.W. Botha was the last prime minister and the first executive president. Nicknamed the Great Crocodile, he offered minor reforms but refused to end apartheid. He suffered a stroke and resigned in 1989. F.W. de Klerk did the unthinkable. He unbanned the ANC, freed Nelson Mandela, and negotiated the end of apartheid. For this, he shared the Nobel Peace Prize with Mandela in 1993. Nelson Mandela. 27 years in prison could not break him. In 1994, he became South Africa's first black president. His message was not revenge, but reconciliation, peace, and the Rainbow Nation. Thabo Mbeki championed the African Renaissance and drove economic growth, but his controversial denial of the AIDS crisis cost countless lives. He was recalled by his own party in 2008. Kgalema Motlanthe stepped in as caretaker president after Mbeki's resignation. Calm, steady, and trusted, he served for just 9 months and ensured a peaceful transition. Jacob Zuma's presidency began with hope, but ended in crisis. Corruption scandals, state capture allegations, and massive public protests finally forced him to resign in February 2018. Cyril Ramaphosa promised South Africa a new dawn. Re-elected in 2024, leading a government of national unity, he continues the fight against corruption and works to heal a divided nation.